Good morning, everyone. Thank you for joining in. My name is Aditi. I'm working as an account manager at TecTree. So today's topic is migrate from Dynamics NAV to D365 Business Central Online. So today's topic would be what is TecTree? What are the objectives of webinar? Key differences in NAV and Business Central Online, business benefits of migration, new capabilities in cloud versions, process of migration. So before proceeding ahead, I would like to tell you what is TecTree. So TecTree is Microsoft Gold Certified Partner, also the solution partner of business application. We have a team of 100 plus high skilled IT professionals. We are working with 100 plus clients across the globe. We are following the state of art IT infrastructure. We are following the flexible engagement models. So we have a team with strong multi-technology competency with us. So now if we talk about the solution expertise, so we deliver comprehensive solution that can help your business to transform into ultra efficient, customer centric and thriving organization. Now, talking about the core competency of TecTree, so we have Business Dynamics 365 Business Central as a service, FinOps as customer engagement, then Power BI, Power Apps, Microsoft Flow, Azure, SharePoint, and Microsoft 365. These are our add-on competencies. So this diagrams depicts customer engagement and ERP. So under customer engagement, we are taking care of customer service, field service, marketing, project service automation, customer insight. Then under ERP, we are taking care of manufacturing, supply chain, finance, operation, and human resource. So now talking about the services we offer. So we offer a range of services. If you need implementation, extension, upgrades, or any sort of maintenance, our organization is here to help you. Then under consulting service, if anybody is looking for requirement gathering, any sort of solution suggestion, any system audit is required, we can help you. Now comes the core service, that is projects. So under projects, we are doing the end-to-end solution implementation, solution trainings. Then under application upgrade, we are helping with lift and shift, re-implementation, then the project management. Under optimization, ongoing operation support is required, we can help. Then if any sort of solution upgrade is required, any sort of solution enhancement, we can help you. If any sort of IT infrastructure service or data insight is required, we can help you. Now talking about the industries we have worked on. So manufacturing, trade, services, and retail. So these are the industries basically we have worked with. Now, for proceeding ahead, I would like to hand over this slide to Mr. Amit, who can let you all know about the objective of webinar. So over to you, Mr. Amit.
Good morning, everyone. So hi, my name is Amit. I am a lead consultant in TecTree. So today we are going to discuss about the migration from Dynamics NAV to Business Central Online. So the objective of the webinar is like, first we need to understand why we need to migrate. Then we'll discuss about the benefits and the differences between NAV and Business Central. Then we'll see the key steps in the migration process, right? So why to migrate? So migrating from Dynamics NAV to Business Central Online offer several key features and functionalities. Since we know that Business Central is a cloud-based solution, means it's easier to access the Business Central anywhere from any device, whether it is mobile phone, laptop, tablet. So it's very easy to use from any of the devices. And the best part is we don't need to worry about the maintaining the servers. It is on the cloud, so there's no server requirement. So this is the main feature of the Business Central. So now we'll discuss further about their differences and the key benefits. So can you move the slides? Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are the key differences in Nav and Business Central Online. So the first difference is the user interface. So in Nav, as we know, the Nav interface is very basic and it's not user configured. Whereas if you talk about the Business Central, it offers a modern and very user-friendly interface, which actually help users to navigate and perform their task very quickly. And the best part is you can add and remove the buttons as per your convenience. So whatever things you want to see on your dashboard, you can configure it on your own. So this is the best part about the interface of Business Central. Then comes to the integration. So Nav supports only the standard integration, whereas the Business Central integrate seamlessly with the Microsoft services like Office 365, Power BI, and etc. Right? And it is making it more collaborative with the external or the Microsoft services. Now comes to the deployment. So as we know, nav is a on-prem solution which is limited to the designated devices, whether it is laptop or computers. Whereas if you talk about Business Central, it is fully cloud-based and it offers better scalability and accessibility. Like as I have just mentioned, that we can use it on a mobile phone, tablet, or laptop. So it's easy to use anywhere from any of the devices. Now, if we talk about the updates and upgrade, so NAV always required the manual upgrades and it always has some cost. Whereas if you talk about Business Central, in Business Central, it offers the automatic updates, which ensure that your system is always in a current version. So, and there's no cost of those upgrades. It will be your system will get automatically updated. Then comes the infrastructure. So as I have mentioned that NAV require a specific operating system like server or hardware solutions, whereas in Business Center, it is totally browser-based platform. There's no need to have server or any such hardwares. So these are the key differences in NAV and Business Central Online. Aditi, can you move to the next slide, please? Yeah. So these are the business benefits of migration. What exactly the benefits we will get if we migrate from NAV to Business Central? So the first and foremost benefit is the cost efficiency. So as I have mentioned that we do not need to have the server or any infrastructure to run the ERP solution because Business Central is a cloud-based solution. So it is very cost effective and the cost, there's no cost of servers. It is only the application or the user license charges which is applicable. So very cost effective and it's easy to use. Then comes the scalability. So if you will use the cloud version in and migrate it to the Business Center, it can scale up your business and it can scale up very quickly. Like you can have the multiple things to handle at a same time, and with the demand, you can grow your business very quickly. Then comes the increased productivity. So in Business Center, we have a better reporting than the automations and the analytic tools, which can give you a better visualization or better insight about your daily routines or what exactly is going on in your businesses, whether it is a reporting, let's say, if you talk about the sales report, if you talk about the management report, everything you can get it very easily on your dashboard itself, right? Then comes the security. So Microsoft Cloud Infrastructure offers the robust security in this Business Central with the compliance and the disaster recovery. So no need to worry about the crashes and all those things. It is auto updated and everything is stored. Your data will always be remain safe, right? So these are the key benefits in the migration. Okay. So now these are the capabilities in the cloud version. So if I'll talk about the capabilities, these are some major features which is there in the Business Central. I'll go one by one with these features and I'll show you these features in the system as well. So the first feature is the advanced reporting and the analytic tool with Power BI. So as I've just mentioned that Power BI is a very powerful data visualization tool that allow users to create the detailed of the reportings, and you can create the interactive report on your own. And the best part is these reports can be updated on your dashboard itself, like no need to go to the Power BI desktop and search for those reports. It will be there on your Business Central dashboard and you can have a look into it. So I'll just show you. First, I'll just cover these points, then I'll show you one by one on the system, right? And then next is the AI and Copilot capability. So AI and Copilot capability is the game changer, you can say, in the Business Central, which has been recently introduced. It is a very powerful tool which Microsoft has introduced. So by the AI, it is giving you the options to, search the data just by typing, or you can, its system will automatically give you the results. You can create the analysis view, you can create the reports on your screen itself. So and you can have the marketing text from the item. So this is very you can say an enhanced feature which Microsoft has introduced. And you can do the bank reconciliation also, and slowly and gradually it is like capturing the entire modules. So this is one of the best features in the cloud version. Then comes the integration with the Microsoft 365 apps. So as I've just mentioned that it is Business Central is very capable, or you can say it can integrate seamlessly with all the Microsoft services, whether it is Office 365, Power BI, etc. Right? Then the cloud-based functionality. So in cloud-based functionality, I'll talk about like it can Business Central Online can give you or provide a scalability or allow your business to easily adapt the changes which is needed in the current environment or the current requirement. So you can enhance your system, you can enhance your productivity if you use the cloud version. Then comes the automation with Power Automate workflow. So this is again one of the most powerful tool you can say for the workflow automation is Business Central, because the moment you, since the Navision as well as the Business Central is already having the inbuilt workflows, but if you talk about the Power Automates, it can give you the access or to integrate with the third party services. Let's say if you integrate your if you activate the Power Automate workflows, you can get the notification on your Teams or your emails as well, and you can simply click on the link and it will open the record on your Teams itself where you can approve or reject the workflows. So this is the major chunk which you can say the Power Automate is having in the Business Center. So now I'll move to the system just to show you quickly, show you these capabilities, these few capabilities of the AI, and then we can move to the next slide, right? So I'll just share my screen. I hope my screen is visible to you guys. So this is the homepage of Business Central. I'll not take much time into it. So these screens are user role based. So currently I have logged in as a accountant. So we have couple of roles within the system as called business manager, service manager, sales order processor, manufacturing manager, project manager. So these are the inbuilt roles. The moment I'll click on switch on any of the roles, I can see all those related stuffs on my dashboard, right? And the Power BI report, which I just updated you, I'll show you. So this is how we can create the multiple reports. So I've created some of the reports in Power BI, which is linked to the Business Central. So these are the reports. If I'll refresh, so this is how you can see the analytics on your dashboard itself. So this is item sales dashboard where you can see the sales quantity per item wise. And if you want to expand this, you can just simply expand. It will be open on your screen itself. And you can create multiple reports, and those reports will be there on your dashboard itself. So this is one of the most powerful tool I would say about the Power BI. Now I'll move to the AI capabilities of the system. So I'll just open the item master. First, I'll take you through the marketing text functionality through the AI capabilities. So this is one of the items, London Swiss chairs, blue. And this is the picture of the item. Now you can see there's no marketing text. So I have created some attributes for this item. I'll just quickly show you these attributes. So these are the attributes called color, depth, height, what is the unit of measure, material description, and width. So we can have multiple attributes of the item. Based on those attributes, system will suggest us the marketing text. Now what I'll do, I'll go to the marketing text. I'll create the draft. So you can see system has given me the marketing text for this particular item. It is showing this spin into productivity with the London Swill chair. So this is the entire description. If you don't want this particular or you don't like this description, you can just regenerate it. It will auto generate the new things. Now there are some more options. So like if you want to change the tone, you want to keep it formal, you want to keep it casual, upbeat, creative, so you can do that. Let's say if I want to generate the formal description of this item. So this is the formal description: experience, comfort, and style with London Swiss chair. So this is how it will come. Now there are a couple of more features. Like if you just want a tagline, so you can just click on the tagline and regenerate. It will create only a tagline for you. So this is the simple tagline which is created by system. If you need only a paragraph, it will generate the paragraph. If you need a tagline plus paragraph, which was the first one, if you need a brief about this product, it will give you the brief with these functionality. Now, there's one more field called emphasize. So if you want to emphasize on the innovation, sustainability, power, elegance, reliability, speed, so these things are there. It will give you the description based on those emphasize. So let's say I'll emphasize on the innovation. So you can say the chat GPT is working here on this particular screen, which will give you the best of the description. So if you want to keep it like this, so you can keep. If you want to bold something, so you can just bold it also. Let's say I want to bold this first line. I'll bold it. I'll keep it as it is. So it will be updated on my screen. So this is about the marketing text. So for marketing text, we must have the item attributes, then we can have it on our screen. So this is first thing. Now I'll take you to the sales order. So system will suggest me what exactly we need to buy. So I'll just open the sales order. So to save the time for all, I have just created the sales order, but I haven't taken the lines. So this is one of the sales order which has been created. You can see there is no line. So we have a suggest sales line functionality in our screen, which is the Copilot ability. So here, what we can do, either we can type the items, whatever items we need to sell, or there's one more options, like if let's say a customer sent you a PO, because for customer it will be a PO, right? So if customer sends you a PO, you can just simply take that PO. So I have one of the email, I'll just open. So let's say this is my teammate. He has sent me a PO for he need these chairs, conference table, and these things. So I'll just simply copy the entire email. I'll paste it here, and I'll ask system to generate the sales line for me. So it is searching for the items within the system, or it is just taking the. You can see now all the items, whatever items and quantities the system has found based on the email which is there. So he has asked for blue chairs. So system has given me the blue chairs. Then the table. So this is the table lamp. So everything system will suggest me. So I can simply insert those lines. So you can see my lines are automatically gets inserted. So we don't need to search the items or type the items one by one. We can simply ask system to suggest the lines. There's one more options how we can get those lines. I can just simply type I need. You can see it is showing me that this is the item which I'm looking for, and it is suggesting me the quantity also. So here we have some parameters based on which the system will suggest me whether you need a balanced item description or any permissive, or it should be the precise one. So these are the things. So line only, line and confidence. So these are the things which you can just enable, and based on that, system will suggest you the lines to insert. This is one of the feature, right? Now I'll move to the analysis view, which I personally like a lot, that feature. So I'll just take you that feature. So what I'll do, I'll go to the ledger entries. So currently I'm on item ledger entry, but same can be enabled in all the type of entries, whether it is the vendor ledger entry, customer ledger entry, or any journal ledger entries, or any financial entries, right? So these are my ledger entries. So I'll just click on the analysis view. I don't want to create the analysis. I'll just ask system to create for me, right? So I'll type, I need the inventory costing month wise. So you can see for this particular item, system has suggested me this is the inventory costing for the month of Jan, Feb, April, March. So everything is showing in the system. If you want to be more, if you want to add anything else, so you can add it here. So I'll just create, and you can keep it for your future reference. So I'll create one more. So to get these reports, for earlier we need to go to the report section, then we need to search for those reports. Sometimes we got the report, sometimes we don't get those reports, so we need to customize those reports. Now it is very easy, and just a click away, you can just simply type and get those reports. So you can see I've just mentioned I need the sales data month wise, so it is showing me the sales data by on month basis, right? So this is the best thing about the Copilot capabilities. Now I'll show you one more thing. So I'll just re-click this. I'll just delete all. And you can rename those things as well. So let's say I want to rename it purchase sales data. So you can rename, it will always be there. So now I'll show you the pivot use of within the screen. So this is my pivot mode. So I'll just select something called entry type. Now you can see I have just selected the purchase and sales data. So it is showing me the purchase. I have done 17 purchases. Total sum of the quantity is 98 quantities we have invoiced in the purchase. This is the total cost of those items. Now sale, we have done the 15 quantities of sale, which is 15 orders we have posted, out of which these 75 quantities we have sold. This is my sales amount and this is my cost. So differential is my profits. So this is how you can create the pivot analysis. So it is like very easy to use. And if you want to see the month wise, so you can just add some more fields. So if you will see, now it is showing month wise, month on month. So this is one of the most powerful or most important tool which I feel with Microsoft it is introduced, and I personally like it very well. So this is about the AI and Copilot capabilities of the system. Close this. Niti, you can share your screen, please. Yes. Can you go back to the previous slide? Next. Yes. Just go back to the previous slide. Yes. So these are the things which we have just seen. Now we'll move to the next slide. So now we'll discuss the migration process from NAV to Business Central. What all are the processes which we need to follow to migrate our business, right? Or from NAV to Business Central. So the first and foremost thing is the planning and assessment. So we need to first understand the existing NAV setups, what all setups are already there in the NAV, what all customizations are there, what is the specific business needs. So first we need to understand those things, and then we need to prepare the data accordingly, which we need to migrate into the Business Central. So which is very important that we need to have a clean data. We need to prepare the data in a specific template so that we can easily migrate those things. So planning and assessment is the first and foremost thing which we need to do. Then comes the configuration and data mapping. So for data mapping, we can use the rapid start service, or there's a tool called DMT, data migration tool, which we can use to map the data from NAV to Business Central. So, and if there is any customization also there, which we need to migrate, so we can use the code upgrade tool, which is like CAL to AL code. So this is how we can map and migrate, configure the data. Then next is have a full data backup during the migration. So we need to always ensure that we should take the backup of the data. It is very crucial, because if in case or suddenly my system got crash or some error will come, so we must have the backup of our data. So it is very important to have always. Then we need to uninstall unnecessary extensions or plugin, because it may complicate in the migration process. It may not, because whatever extensions are there in the Navision, it may not be compatible in the Business Central. So that is why we need to make sure that all those extension and plugins should be uninstalled. Then comes the compile nav object. So when we are migrating, we should always compile all the objects from nav, because it will ensure my integrity of the data and the customizations. So which is again the best and the very important part. Then comes the testing and training. So once my system is migrated, we need to test all the business scenarios within the system. Once all those scenarios are working fine, then only we should hand over it to the users for the training. Otherwise, system like user will get panic, and if are not mapped properly, so those errors will come. So which is not suggestible. Then once the training and testing is done, then we can plan for the go live. So after successful migration and testing, we can just switch to the Business Central and monitor if there is any issues are coming, and then we can address those issues. So this is how the cycle of this migration will move on. Now, these are the two ways which we suggest to upgrade from NAV to Business Central. First is the re-implementation, and another one is the lift and shift method. So the one which I have just shown you is the lift and shift method, and there is one more method called re-implementation. So, Vijay, can you please elaborate here?
All right. Thank you, Amit. Amit, sorry, Aditi, can you go to the previous slide? Okay. As Amit explained, so there are basically two ways to migrate from Navision to D365 Business Central. One is re-implementation and second is lift and shift, correct? Typically, we need to understand when lift and shift is required or when re-implementation is required, right? And then only, I mean, you can make a strategy like what we should do or which one is a better approach. I mean, both are a good approach, but definitely it depends on organization to organization, what exactly we want and how we can proceed with it, right? So we'll try to understand both the methodologies and what are the pros and cons of each methodology, right? All right, Aditi, can you jump to the next slide, please? Okay, so this is the re-implementation process. Re-implementation is more like an implementation only, but the benefit you will get is, let's say if a user is using Navision, the person already know in and out about Dynamic 365, correct? So they already know what challenges they are facing, what issues they are facing, or if anything which needs to be taken care. Maybe people learn from mistakes, right? So those things a person can still make better. That is one part. And second is the new capabilities, as Amit has shown, like the Copilot capabilities, right, which was not part of the core capabilities, which were not part of Navision. So those capabilities we can benefit of, right? So in the re-implementation, we do a quick analysis. It's not the detailed analysis because detailed analysis definitely has been done at the time of Navision implementation, typically. So we do a quick analysis, then design, and then again, it's a standard Microsoft methodology, short step methodology like design, development, deployment, and operation, right? So that ways we complete the whole end-to-end implementation. But this is little fast track because if a person is already using Navision, they already know what is there in and out in terms of new feature. I mean, except the new features and their current challenges. Apart from that, it's going to be more or less similar. But definitely the user interface will get changed. The new features will get activated. The cloud competencies will get activated. So this is about more like re-implementation, how we do re-implementation. Yeah, Aditi, can you jump to the next slide, please? Oh, Aditi, next slide, please. Aditi, am I audible? Okay, I think there was some issue at Aditi's end. Got fixed. Okay. Now, what all steps are involved in lift and shift, right? So basically, lift and shift, we do a quick analysis. So let's understand first of all what is lift and shift, right? So lift and shift is we take Navision, okay, we migrate the whole data as well as all the customizations. So it's more like a technical efforts which needs to be used or consumed in the whole process. And basis that whole data as well as customization will get migrated to the new environment in Business Central. So it will come with all the good part which was there in Navision as well as all the bad part which was there in Navision. So those things, I mean, let's say if you have some duplicacy of vendors or duplicacy of customers, right? It will still come with the same data. You does not have the opportunity to correct that. So that is one issue you will definitely face. But the good part is you will still get all of your data is remain intact. So those things definitely will work out on that ground, right? So the steps involved are analysis. We'll do quick analysis. We take the environment backups. We clean whatever needs to be cleaned. The code and data upgrade has to be done because the methodology we use in Navision coding as well as the methodology in Business Central coding is different. So code has to be upgraded as per the new methodology and issues has to be fixed, right? And then finally we have to do a testing and training and then at the end of the day, deployment. So this is the slight different process if we compare to Navision and Business Central. All right. Yeah, Aditi, can you jump to the next slide? Okay, so this is quick benefits of lift and shift and benefits of re-implementation. So lift and shift is basically master data remain intact, historical transactional data will remain intact, less time consuming in comparison to re-implementation because it will be less dependency on users and more dependency on technical team, right? So that is how it is little quick and then less dependency on business users because normally this is one challenge we always face in any of the implementation that business users are busy in their routine work in the operations, right? So that part definitely will get catered, right? And benefits of re-implementation is we really get an opportunity to clean the master data, right? Because let's say if there are duplicate vendors, customers, item, and having multiple transactions, so that opportunity we get at least. Then opportunity to cater the process changes. Let's say if we are following a procurement process in Navision and the management is not happy, we want to change. So we can, I mean, this will become an opportunity to change that kind of processes or workflows or whatever needs to be done, right? And then we can brainstorm on the new requirements. Basis the new features, we can still brainstorm on the new requirements at the time of re-implementation. So here it will be much more dependency on business and business users and the management rather than going into the lift and shift. So this is the two-step methodology. I mean, these are the two ways to do it. All right. Do we have anything else, Aditya? I think this is the last page. All right. So if anyone of you is having any question, you're more than welcome. You can reach out to us at the rate info@techtreeconsulting.com. Maybe Aditi, you can, or I can type in the chat. Is there any question in the chat, by the way? Okay, what are the key technical steps involved in migrating Dynamics Nav to D365 and how do you handle customizations during this process? Okay, so Arun, typically how Microsoft has given a utility. I'm assuming this is a question for lift and shift, okay, not re-implementation. This is a question for lift and shift. So basically, Microsoft has given a utility to upgrade the code, but definitely that comes when you run that utility. It's not like plug and play. It will come with a lot of issues which will come, and then you have to manually identify the issue, right? Like for example, I'll try to make a simple example. Previously, the coding was CAL coding, CAL coding. Now it is a AL coding. So there are a few things which was possible in CAL coding and not possible in AL coding, or vice versa, right? So those things has to be handled manually. So let's say, I mean, it's not just a turnkey project, like in the night you have applied the patch and it should work in the morning. That's not how it will work. If it is a, let's say, decent size customization, and every Navision project which I have seen majorly, it at least contains like more than 15-20% of the customizations, right? So what we need to do once we upgrade that patch, we will have the list of manual issues. Then the technical lead has to go and check in detail like what all issues we have seen. That definitely that utility will provide the list of issues. It could be hundreds, it could be thousands, it could be lakhs based on the number of customization which was there in Navision, right? And then the technical person has to resolve those issues. If it is resolvable, there might be scenarios which we have seen where it might, I mean, we might have to change the business process, let's say, to cater a scenario, because some things were possible in Navision, but because of user interface changes, those things were not possible in web, right? So let's say, for example, I'm using a screen where I have customized something to use a shortcut keys, right? Let's say Alt F4 or something, but that is a shortcut command for Google Chrome already. So you cannot use that shortcut command. It has to be something else. So those kind of scenarios, some configurations might change, some customizations might change, but it depends on the project to project and scenario to scenario, like what will be the case, correct? I hope I have answered your question. But if anyone is having any other question, definitely you guys can reach out to me, or you can reach out to this ID. One of us will definitely revert back to you. So the ID is info@techtreeconsulting.com. All right, Aditi, I think Arun, I thank you, Arun, for replying. I have typed the ID. You can drop an email to this ID, or you can drop an email to even my ID. We'll be happy to answer. All right, guys, I think it's time to wrap up the session. Thank you everyone for joining this call. Stay safe. Bye-bye. Thank you, Andidi, for arranging this call.
Thank you so much for everyone to join this session. Have a good day
Thank you.
ahead.
Thanks, David.
Document